here this day for the inaugural session of our online National Conference 2021 on the theme Industry 4.0, Embracing Change and Transformation, organized by Lingia's Lalita Devi Institute of Management and Sciences. I am Ms. Rohini Jain, Assistant Professor at the Department of Education, NLD-IMS, and I am extremely privileged to be hosting today's online national conference.
Good morning to all of you. My name is Nishan Jaiswal. I am the HOD for Training and Placement at LLD-IMS, and I am equally excited and privileged to be co-hosting this event today.
Established in 2005, Lingia's Lalita Devi Institute of Management and Sciences is a NAAC A-grade accredited institute recognized under 2F of UGC and affiliated to Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University, New Delhi. LLD-IMS is an ISO 9001-2015 certified institute and has received consistently top ratings. It was ranked 3rd in Delhi NCR and 38th in India by India Today. Under the aegis of Lingia's group of institutions, LLD-IMS aims at matching its standards with the topmost professional colleges of the country. We are committed to providing first-level professional cadres in specialized fields like management, media, education and commerce. Today's national conference is also a step in this direction.
Now we extend a very warm welcome to our esteemed dignitaries, Honorable CEO Lingia's Group of Institutions, Dr. Vijeshwar Gadde, Secretary Ma'am Mrs. Sunita Gadde, Advisor Ma'am Mrs. Amita Kumar, Director Sir Dr. K.K. Garg, Additional Director Sir Dr. Pranav Mishra, our guest for the day and keynote speakers for the day, Dr. Sanjeev Mittal, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sambalpur University, Odisha, Professor Dr. K.S. Gupta, Director, Quality Center for Quality Minds, Bangalore, Professor K.N. Pandey, Dean School of Management and Commerce, Lingia's University, Faridabad, Professor Dr. Durgesh Tripathi, National Coordinator, Swayam MOOCs, Society and Media, Founding Faculty Member of University School of Media Center, IP University, Dr. Sangeet Sharma, Associate Professor, DIRT, IP University, all HODs and all faculty members. May I now request our respected Director Sir Dr. K.K. Garg to please address the gathering and start this event with this formal speech.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, and I welcome you all to the National Conference on Industry 4, Embracing Change and Transformation. It's my great pleasure and privilege to welcome a distinguished audience of academics and community leaders. Lingia's Lalita Devi Institute of Management and Sciences, which has been established in 2005, is NAAC A-grade institute affiliated with Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University. We have conducting BBA, BCom Honors, B.Ed, and Journalism and Mass Communication program under leadership of our chairman, respected Dr. Gadde sir, and Secretary Madam Sunita Gadde. To fully appreciate the importance and implication of Industry 4, the historical perspective is useful. During Industry 1, water and steam and rice production, and in the era of Industry 2, electrical power was used to drive mass production. In the Industry 3, Electronics and information technology begin the process of automatic production. Now in the Industry 4A's enhancement of Industry 3 with the new digital technology blurs the lines between the physical, digital and biological worlds. The new technology evolves in the exponential pace and hence described as disruptive technology and include artificial intelligence, robotics, Internet of Things, bio and nanotechnology, quantum computing, and blockchain. Industry 4 is not only disruptive and revolution process in the business, governance, and people management is impacting education as well. Hence, the education 4 is the response to the need of Industry 4, where human and technology combine to enable new possibility. New education policy to be implemented when the fourth industrial revolution is already underway, and disruptive technologies such as artificial intelligence have emerged. With all this background, I look forward to interactive and productive participation through this conference, and I wish a great success of it. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your lovely words of wisdom. Now, I request the convener of today's National Conference, Industry 4.0, Embracing Change and Transformation, Professor Dr. Mala Dikshit, Head of the Department of Education at LLD-IMS, to kindly appraise us and share a few words about today's National Conference. Over to you, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Mala Dikshit, convener and HOD of Department of Education, feel honored and privileged to organize this national conference. And good morning, honorable guests and gentlemen. On behalf of India's Lalita Devi Institute of Management and Sciences, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome all of you. I would like to express my gratitude and warm welcome to all speakers who will be sharing their research, collaboration and knowledge with us. I would like to share that we have received overwhelming response and received around 90 papers for publication. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you, our Chairman Sir, Secretary Ma'am and Advisor Ma'am for making this conference possible. Their progressive vision and presence drives us to match our standards with the topmost professional colleges of the country. Established in 2005, LLD-IMS is a NAAC A-grade accredited institute, recognized by the NCT and affiliated to Guru Gobind Singh University, New Delhi, ranked 3rd in Delhi NCR and 38th in India by India Today in 2018. We here at LLD-IMS truly believe in developing analytical ability, critical valuation, creative minds, and moral values in our strength. So the conference aims to provide an interactive platform for both academic and industrial communities alike to address new trends, challenges, emerging technologies and progress in standards on topics relevant to today's fast-moving areas of Industry 4.0. Now I would like to give brief meaning of this Industrial 4 through my PPT. As you can see on the screen, the advent. Advent means the arrival of the 4.0 Industrial Revolution age. First, you can see, as our Director Sir has already mentioned, first Industrial Revolution came in 18th century through mechanization and that is through steam engine. Then second Industrial Revolution 19th-20th century through mass production of electrical energy. Third Industrial Revolution late 20th century intelligent information revolution through computer internet. Now this is the era of fourth Industrial Revolution, that is 21st century intelligence plus information technology. The fourth Industrial Revolution leading the intelligent information society and the digital transformation. We are going to 5G wireless network 280 times faster than LTE, long-term evolution, and 70 times faster than 4G. Next. How it is going to change the future of the society? So the new characteristics of technology progress: infinite increase in data, explosive growth of network, infinite extension of computing power and artificial intelligence. And the change in future society: combination of real world and virtual world data, evolution of computing technology across different networks, intelligent individuals to handle high computing power expansion, and role change between human and machine. Then the key success factors in fourth industrial revolution era: you can see technology wise, high intellectual information technology plus high quality data infrastructure, and for industry we require intelligent information of the whole country, and society will develop through flexible labor market, social safety net plus cultivation of creative talents, and all of this is interlinked. Through society we produce creative and emotional talent from our youth, coming generation, and it will help the technology through intelligent information of core talent. Then diversification of digital learning in fourth era. What are the things we are going to use? Mobile learning oriented, smart learning, fluid learning, collaborative learning, hybrid learning, social learning, emotional learning, measured learning, phenomenal learning. These are the global trends of digital learning. And the higher education, then pre-nursery to KG, KG to 12, and then higher HRD, human resource development. We are developing the human resource through fourth generation digital learning. What are the future education direction for creating future talents? Number one, education to maximize student interest and aptitude, education for thinking, problem solving and creativity, customized education considering individual learning ability, education to raise key talents in intelligence information technology, education to focus people and contribute to social integration, move beyond rote education to realize problem solving and critical thinking centered education, establish an adaptive learning system using intelligence information technology, develop core personnel specializing in intelligent IT that are capable of leading new industries, and last but not the least, train teachers and expand infrastructure for the intelligent information society. Consideration for successful future education. Now the system and scope of education is also changing. First, we have to provide easy access through various devices in the institution, whether it is school or higher education institutes. Then big data management for learning analytics, then blending of online and offline learning, then various digital content sharing and collaboration, then training for teacher competency development, then service quality assurance. All this we require in the institutions. Now last but not least, teacher competency development for educational innovation. Training of teachers, motivates teacher training to cultivate future creative fusion talents. So first we have to do the training of the teachers, providing them customized training classes to foster professionalism and instructor activities based on advanced technology. Customized teacher training, customized general teachers and principals training online and offline in response to fourth industrial revolution. Third, development and offering of new teacher training programs. For that, development of software, coding education, virtual ready and in artificial intelligence training programs. Then training for creative fusion education, development and diffusion of various teaching and learning models based on fourth industrial revolution. Finally, I conclude my introduction regarding the conference, why we are organizing this conference. I conclude with the statement of Plato: knowledge which is acquired under compulsion obtains no hold on the mind. And last, you can see from my thank you slide that earlier students were burdened with the heavy bags on their back, and now they are carrying one laptop or anything of them. They are having their data, and that's all. Everything is having in there. So future generation is free from the burden of bags on their back. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much, ma'am, for your enriching words. I now invite the chief guest of the national conference, Professor Dr. Sanjeev Mittal sir. Sir is the Honorable Vice Chancellor at Sambalpur University, Odisha. He has over 3 decades of teaching experience to postgraduate students of business management. He has served as the Dean of University School of Management Studies at the IP University. He was the chairperson of the Entrepreneurship Development Cell at the IP University. He has contributed many articles in journals of national and international repute, and he is also the member of a number of government statutory bodies. Sir, I request you to please address the gathering. Over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, and I'm really thankful to Nalita Devi Institute of Technology for inviting me out over here. So, friends, I am there in Sambalpur, and for that particular reason, I am not having my presence physically out over there. So, I am thankful to Professor Tarek, the director of the institute, to Pranav, who is the coordinator of this program, the distinguished guests who have joined today in this particular conference, and I congratulate the institute for choosing a very relevant topic in terms of transformation that is taking place in the industry. We have said, since we really want to create this type of a data exchange, so for that Internet of Things will be required. And not only Internet of Things, we are going to have industrial Internet of Things, friend, where we are going exactly all these types of technologies that we are going to use of, say, loss of the data. Okay, thank you very much.
I now invite the next keynote speaker for the day, Professor Dr. K.N. Pandey sir. Sir is the Dean of School of Management and Commerce, Lingayas University, Faridabad. He is an author, academician, has been a public servant, superannuated as a C-suite executive in a PhD in knowledge management. Sir, I request you to please address the gathering.
Respected and Honorable Professor Sanjeev Mittal, who provided the tutelage to us, I pay my humble tribute to Madam Lalita Devi, who could inspire the people who brought this wonderful institution into existence. I am always inspired by our Chancellor, Dr. Picheshwar Gadde, and this morning I am especially thankful to Dr. K.K. Garg, who allowed me few minutes, to Professor Pranav Misra, who has been collaborating with me for breaking new ideas, Dr. Mala Dikshit, of whom I get slightly scared because she is head of the education department, and I get reminiscent of my good old days when looking in the eyes of the teacher was a horrifying experience. Nevertheless, I am thankful to all the people who are virtually or physically available to us this morning. Professors have got a bad habit, and I also have got that. So then, I'll not speak for a longer time. Instead, I would concentrate on what might be there in future in store for us. I was reading Harvard Business Review US edition, March-April 2021 issue, and research has been reported that now the tonier institutions are not attracting people who allow the campus placement. Instead, the stakeholders who are in the industry known as talent scouting industry, they are moving to so-called C-tier institutions, people of color, homemakers, and experience which used to be of paramount importance in past has caved in, and experience is now pushed to the back burner, or if not, then certainly that will happen. Now people want to assess the potential, and because the potential will allow someone to move through the metamorphosis known as unlearning. So what I learned years ago in 1980 is practically useless for me until and unless I don't take cues out of it. And it will be of only one importance when we will be trying to trace the trajectory of the evolution of Industry 4.0. So unlearning is very important for me, for all of us, I believe. Then learning. So what we had learned in past is not helping us anymore. I was talking to one of the executives of Boeing company, and he told that earlier we used to do everything as per the movement of goods, assembling them into an aircraft. And then if something went wrong, if there was a snag, then they would have to go for backward integration, means remove the packaging cover and try to find out what works or what doesn't work. Now they have developed a tool known as test bed, by which even after packing is fully, they will be able to identify which is the portion which requires replacement or not. Only thing that is going to shock all of us in future is that besides the fact that the government of India and government there in China, they have banned the cryptocurrency, but reality is this, there is an exchange in New York which is trading only in cryptocurrency. Popularly, two names come to my mind, Bitcoin and Ethereum, though there are 6 more. So the fiat currency will not survive. Even the currency issued by the central bank of any sovereign country against retaining the stipulated amount of precious metal, that is gold, and thus placing a cap on issuing the currency will also not be required shortly. Another area that I find is, I was talking to somebody in Amazon, and she was the team lead of Alexa. And then I met someone in Apple who told, we are shortly going to launch a new product by which the command will be given not by you, by either putting the letters, typing or speaking, but by the movement of the pupils of your eyes. And the data amount has gone up to petabyte, oh my God, 2 to the power of 15. So in this commingling of man and machine, when virtual and real are dovetailed together, we will have to devise tools by which we could use the tools of kinesics for finding out the cognitive proximity between the people who are involved in a particular interaction with each other. And then I found one more thing, and that is really shocking. Most of the people are not ready to have lifetime careers with an institution or with an industry. I was told by someone who is in know of the things in Delhi itself that Honorable Prime Minister has written on a file that I don't want so many banks. I want one huge bank so that I can demolish the hubris and hegemony of the banks out there, having the name of Citibank, HSBC, Royal Scottish, so on and so forth. And then in his prophetic vision, Honorable Prime Minister is also of the view, he has written somewhere by using a pencil and not a pen, and there he writes that I want all the public sector companies to be short-listed, reduced somewhere on the scale of 6 to 12. Those who are not making profit, it's their cup of tea. Government is not going to bail them out. With these changes, I find that Industry 4.0 is dependent on thoughts only now, because earlier the whole process of bringing in the raw material, pushing it through the processes for adding the value, and finally packaging and sending it out there for selling. I'll not say marketing because that's entirely different word with which I'm not going to talk this morning. So the very process of going back to thought has become the pinnacle of Industry 4.0 in case we want to capitalize on it, or in case we are not left behind from the race itself. And then I don't know how old is Rig Veda, but then the documented version had been passed through the carbon testing method, and Rig Veda was documented in 2300 BCE, and there are two mantras. And oh my God, what a wisdom of knowledge! The first one is telling, Angno Bhadra Krato Yantu Visvata. Let me be in control of all the noble ideas available in the world, so that I can channelize a particular idea or thought or a nugget of knowledge to the person who requires it most. Second one is Agni Midde Purohitam. If you want to have the wellness, the blissfulness, the healthier, the better human society, you will have to harness every type of fire. And 9 types of fire have been described there. I'll not take enough time because in Mandukya Upanishad there is another clue for all of us, and it says, Anagato ya kurute sasobhate. Those who are aware that what is there in the offing, what is going to take place in the very immediate near future, and before that happens, if they have not equipped themselves proactively, then they will not be given any welcome. With this, I bow my head to all those people who enabled this interaction. Thank you so much. Band out for now from my side.
I now invite our next keynote speaker, Professor Dr. Durgesh Tripathi. Sir is the National Coordinator of Swayam Mook Society and Media, which is ranked among the world's all-time top 100 online courses. He is also the founding faculty member of the University School of Media Studies at GGS IP University. He has taken extension lectures at Shanghai International Studies Center, China, Burafa University, Thailand, Hallam University, South Korea, Malaysia University of Bonn at Germany, to name a few. He has chaired important sessions in the 4th European Conference at Turkey, visited Toronto, Singapore, Paris, and has participated and presented at the House of Commons, University of Liverpool in London. I request you, sir, to kindly present your keynote address. Over to you, sir.
Oh, right. Thank you. Thank you so much. First of all, I would like to thank you to the organizers that they have organized a very contemporary, very relevant and futuristic topic, Industry 4.0, change and transformation. As we know that the change is the continuous process for the transformation. And the topic is so relevant to the faculty members, scholars, and the students as well. Again, I would like to thank you all that you have given me chance to showcase my basic understanding, my knowledge, basic knowledge related with the Industry 4.0, change and transformation. As you have already stated that I am a little bit engaged with massive open online course or open educational resources in India, and I have contributed some of my basic understanding related with the digital education in India on various forums of policy, forums of Ministry of Education and Government of India. First of all, I would like to thank that they have invited me as the resource person to discuss and to talk about the basic idea. Chairman of this Lengya Lalita Devi Institute of Management Studies, Dr. Piteshwar Gadde ji, Dr. Sangeeta Kumar ji, Director Professor Garg Sahab, Additional Director Professor Pranav Mishra ji. It's been very great to listen and to learn about the basic ideas from HOD of Education, Professor Mala Dikshitji, an in-depth understanding, knowledge, and future prospects of the change and transformation of Industry 4.0 from Professor Pandey. In-depth understanding, experience, and we can say the knowledge of wisdom or wisdom of knowledge. Again, Professor Sanjeev Mittal sir, who is the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Sambalpur University, who is the patron and mentor of ours in the Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University. I feel very much humbled, privileged to be associated with this very special kind of national seminar organized by the IM. One thing I would like to request to all of you, please switch off your microphone. Please switch off your mobile mic, especially LLDIMS BAJMS. Please switch off mic phone. LLDMS BAJMC. Please switch off the mic of LLDIMS BAJMC as a participant. I would like to request you again, please switch off microphone, switch off mic. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Again, I would like to come and to discuss about the main topic of this conference. Really, the topic is very contemporary, and to understand, to know about basic nuances in present scenario and the future prospects for the upcoming time. For every teachers, every faculty members, every students, and the scholars of the academia. The fourth industrial revolution is upon us, as we have discussed so many things and we have listened from the esteemed speakers of this national conference. And the first three were based respectively on mechanization, second one from mass production or based on the mass production, and next one computing or automation. But Industry 4.0 is all about the marriage of physical and digital technology. Just as with the previous revolutions, Industry 4.0 is disrupting and redefining industries. And I do believe that the most of the participants from the management background of this conference, so that you can understand my basic point. This time, however, the revolution is progressing with unprecedented speed, driven by smart, connected technologies that are developing at an exponential rate. And these technology innovations, including cloud computing and platform technologies, big data and analytics, mobile solutions, social and collaborative systems, and that we have discussed and focused and stressed by the Professor Sanjeev Mittal sir, Internet of Things technology and artificial intelligence that I had talked from by the Mala Dikshit madam and Professor Pandey sir. A new era of digital digitalization transformation. And they are reshaping how organizations work, innovate, and create products, and enabling completely new kinds of products and services. They are squaring businesses to invent new business models and reimagine how they deliver value to their customers and markets. More broadly, industry boundaries are expanding and blurring, and relationships with business partners are being redefined. We have to learn, we have to understand about the basic ideas of management, which will be changed in upcoming years. Technology, media and telecommunication, commonly known as TMT, companies have been at the epicenter of the field wrought by Industry 4.0, and they have pioneered many of the smart technologies and high-speed connectivity at its core, making digital innovation possible. And to understand how TMT enterprises are responding to the changes, opportunities, and challenges you shared in by the new era. And just to give an example, Paytm this week announced that it's turning near-field communications enabled Android smartphones into point-of-sale machines. And I do believe that there may be so many participants have already been associated with the Paytm as the customer. And a Paytm merchant partner will now be able to enable the card acceptance feature on their NFC-enabled smartphone from the Paytm business applications. Once activated, they will be able to process a transaction by tapping a plastic card, as we have an ATM card or a credit card, to their phone. And Paytm Smart POS supports Visa, MasterCard, and RuPay. And the startup said, whereas the amount limit on a single transaction is set to expected or approx 5,000 Indian rupees, or in other words, we can say really a matter of $70. We can talk about 2021 without COVID-19 impact and effect on the industry, or other words in the academia as well. All of one TMT predictions, topics for this year were shaped to some extent by its pandemic. Across multiple parts of the technology, media and telecom, as we have discussed as a TMT ecosystem, observers have been repeating some version of the comment. There have been 5 years of change in 5 months due to the pandemic. COVID-19 has been a catalyst, an unwelcome one, but still a catalyst for needed changes across the TMT landscape. And I recall, and you must recall the same, as we have started our online platforms, massive open online course system, EPG Pathshala system, virtual platforms, virtual libraries during the lockdown in April, March 2020. And you must thank to pandemic that we have shifted. It's a paradigm shift, we can say, from the traditional system to the digital system in our country, and every part of our life system, from daily use system towards the academic or academia of our country. And as per the Deloitte report 2020-2021, the gaming industry is expected to grow at a CAGR. I do know that you must have the basic understanding and advanced understanding about the CAGR of 40% until 2022, taking the market size to US $2.8 billion and strengthening the sector's share of total M&E by 4.5%. and this growth would be majority driven by mobile gaming industry from 85%. And you can understand the future technology like AR and VR, augmented reality or a virtual reality will lead the system, will lead the whole academic understanding of our society, not from the India, but from the global world. And I have visited so many countries from global north to global south, and I found that the upcoming future technologies will derive our whole system, especially that I have discussed and mentioned by the Professor Pandey, Dean of Lingias University. And advancements to consumer healthcare technology, along with the broader digitalization of healthcare infrastructure through telehealth platforms, will herald the next phase of healthcare services delivery in India and across the world. Investments in physical and digital infrastructures, including cybersecurity, protection of data privacy, and security, will help the urban-rural divide and the help to bridge upon the digital divide, we can say, and ensure everyone has access to quality healthcare. Of the universe of electrical and entertainment options, they are requiring physical pressures, physical acknowledgement of the same, and we can look upon the various aspects of the virtual technologies, augmented reality, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and big data will be the best way to carry forward your research to understand about the consumer behavior, market strategies, and so many things related with the academics as well. And in 2018, I recall one data shared by World Economic Forum set up its center for the fourth industrial revolution, or we can say 4.0 revolution, and the points and the change and transformation points discussing in this seminar already set up a committee, set up a points on the same led by the World Economic Forum experts, and Center for the Fourth Industrial Revolution in India to work in collaboration with Government of India. And they found that, and the National Institute for Transforming India, commonly known as Niti Aayog, is the designated nodal agency to interact with the World Economic Forum to elaborating the new policy frameworks for emerging technologies in India. And the Government of India has already made the enabling policy framework and set up the incentives for infrastructure development on a PPP model, public-private partnership model, and Samarth Udyog Bharat 4.0, smart advanced manufacturing and rapid transformation hubs under the Department of Heavy Industry, Ministry of Heavy Industry and Public Enterprises. And I do believe that, and I do hope that the recommendations and policy recommendations of this seminar must be shared by the director of this institute, Professor Garg, an additional director of this institute or a management department, Professor Pranav Misra, and I would like to request to all of you to please share the basic point, basic idea of this conference proceedings to Niti Aayog and to Ministry of Heavy Industry, Government of India for the policy framework of our country. And I do believe that the policy will reflect, policy will be helpful for enabling the future policy prospects of Government of India, and has been prolonged, promulgated, I can say, which aims at enhancing the share of manufacturing in GDP to 25% and Industry 4.0 is the only way ahead to achieve this task already enabled by, already formulated by, already started by the Government of India and from Niti Aayog and from Ministry of Heavy Industry, Government of India. Again, I look forward from the organization Lingyaj Lalita Devi Institute of Management Study, which is the best A+ NAC accredited institute of our affiliated colleges of our Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University, and I look forward to all of you to organize again this very important, very contemporary topics, the seminar on contemporary topics like Industry 4.0, change and transformation. Again, thank you all. Thank you, management committee, chairman, and all the organizers of this national conference that they have invited me to showcase my basic understanding, basic knowledge, or a point of knowledge in the knowledge of ocean. And I feel fortunate to receive so many important points from Professor Pandey, Professor Paula Dixit, from Professor K.K. Garg, from Professor Sanjeev Mittal, and from Professor Pandey. Thank you so much to all of you that you have given me chance to associate with a very prestigious national seminar organized by Lingyaj Lalita Devi Institute of Management Studies. Thank you. Namaste.
I would now like to invite the next keynote speaker for the day, Dr. Sangeet Sharma. Sir is the Associate Professor at DIRD, Delhi Institute of Rural Development, affiliated to DGSIP University. He has experience in the field of education for over a decade now, who has great contributions in the field of memory mastery, neuro-linguistic programming, emotional intelligence, and other related areas of mind programming. He is the recipient of the very prestigious Youth Icon Award for his contributions. He has led and started the Emotional Wellness Campaign and has conducted workshops both for students and teachers under his flagship program. He has authored a book titled Brain Bar, which was ranked #1 motivational book on Amazon bestseller. Dr. Sangeet, I would request you to please address the gathering. Over to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Good morning, all of you. And first, I would like to say thank you to Lingyaj Group, जिन्होंने मौका दिया मुझे, डायरेक्टर सर, गर्ग सर, एडिशनल डायरेक्टर सर, प्रणव सर, एचओडी मैम, माला मैम, और जितने भी आप सब जुड़े, सबका धन्यवाद कि आपने समय निकाला। और लिंग्याज ग्रुप का धन्यवाद कि आज के टाइम में जो सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी है डिजिटल लर्निंग, उसके ऊपर जो बात हम करेंगे। तो मैं आपको ज्यादा समय नहीं लूंगा आपका, थोड़ा सा बैकग्राउंड में लेकर जाता हूँ, थोड़ा सा पीछे चलते हैं। सचिन तेंदुलकर, क्रिकेट के भगवान, उनको जब पहली बार उनके टीम में, उनके खेलते टाइम पहली बार जब कंप्यूटर आया, पहली बार जब कंप्यूटर उन्होंने देखा कि हमारे पूरे इस प्रोफेशनल करियर में जब वो खेल रहे थे, ड्रेसिंग रूम में कंप्यूटर पहली बार देखा तो वो बड़े नाराज हुए। इतने नाराज हुए कि उन्होंने जाकर टीम के मैनेजर से शिकायत कर दी कि ये डिस्ट्रैक्शन,
इसे यहाँ से हटा दो। लेकिन समय बदलता गया। टाइम्स नाउ अचीवर में दिए गए इंटरव्यू में सचिन ने बताया कि शायद सबसे बढ़िया चेंज अगर कुछ हुआ मेरे खेलते हुए तो ये हुआ कि हमारे पास कंप्यूटर आया, हमारे पास इंटरनेट आया और हम देख सकते थे कि हमने क्या मिस्टेक की। हम अपनी मिस्टेक को ऑब्जर्व कर सकते थे। उसके बाद थोड़ा और आगे चलते हैं, जब फिर चेंज हुआ, ये चेंज आए, ये मैंने चेंज बताया आपको क्रिकेट का, जिसमें डिजिटल, एक ट्रेडिशनल एनवायरनमेंट से डिजिटल एनवायरनमेंट की तरफ से हम आए थे। सेम वही चेंज आया था 2002-2003 में दिल्ली के अंदर जब मेट्रो आई थी। उससे पहले हमें आदत थी बस में चढ़ने की, बस से ट्रेवल करने की। मेट्रो आई तो एकदम से लोगों ने इतना वेलकम नहीं किया जितना आज हमारी लाइफलाइन है मेट्रो। तो ये समय लगता है किसी चीज को अडॉप्ट करने में। यही हमारे साथ हुआ है डिजिटल लर्निंग में। एकदम से कोविड की वजह से हमारे सामने सारे प्लेटफॉर्म खुल गए, डिजिटल लर्निंग हमारी लाइफ में एंटर कर गई। अभी हम इसकी क्वालिटी पर बहुत ज्यादा बात नहीं कर सकते। हो सकता है एग्जामिनेशन में कुछ दिक्कत हमें हो सकता है टीचिंग लर्निंग प्रोसेस में कुछ हमारे अभी डीमेरिट्स हो, लेकिन हम ये नहीं कह सकते कि ये ऐसे ही रहेगा। जैसे हम नोकिया के फोन से स्मार्टफोन तक आए हैं 20 साल में, आने वाले 20 साल में ये डिजिटल लर्निंग कहाँ जाएगी हम आज शायद इमेजिन भी ना कर सके। लेकिन इसके कुछ बेनिफिट हैं जिन पर मैं आज बात करूंगा। नो डाउट कुछ डिमेरिट्स भी अभी हैं जिन पर काम करना जरूरी है, और जितने मुझसे पहले स्पीकर उनको मुझसे बहुत ज्यादा नॉलेज है, उन्होंने बताया है कि कैसे कैसे ये सारी चीजें धीरे धीरे हमारी लाइफ में पॉलिसी में आएंगी, धीरे धीरे चेंज आएगा। तो सबसे पहले तो तीन बेनिफिट में इसके, इंस्टीट्यूशन के लिए क्या बेनिफिट हुआ है इसका, स्टूडेंट के लिए क्या हुआ है और टीचर के लिए क्या हुआ है। सबसे बड़ी बात तो अगर मैं टीचिंग की बात करूं तो ये हमारी कॉन्फ्रेंस इसका सबसे बड़ा एग्जाम्पल है कि आज सब अपने घर पर है और हम आराम से इस कॉन्फ्रेंस को कंडक्ट कर पा रहे हैं। वो डिजिटल लर्निंग की वजह से, इस चेंज की वजह से जो हमें पिछले 1 साल में देखने को मिला है उसकी वजह से पॉसिबल हुआ। अदरवाइज 2 साल पहले या 5 साल पहले ये सोचना भी शायद हमारे दिमाग में भी नहीं आता कि ये भी हो सकता है, यानी टीचिंग में भी वर्क फ्रॉम होम हो सकता है, घर से काम हो सकता है। ये हमने 1 साल के अंदर ना सिर्फ देख लिया बल्कि सीख लिया। आज हम इसके साथ धीरे धीरे जुड़ना शुरू कर चुके हैं। तो सबसे बड़ा चेंज क्या कि एक टीचर की बाउंड्रीज खत्म हो गई, जो उसका इम्पैक्ट पड़ना था उसकी बाउंड्रीज खत्म हो गई। पहले तक वो अपनी क्लास में 100 बच्चों तक 200 बच्चों तक 1 साल में 1 सेशन में पहुंच पाता था। आज वो अपने कमरे
से ही बैठ के, अपने कमरे से ही
सारी चीजों को मैनेज करके वो हजारों तक पहुंच सकता है, लाखों तक पहुंच सकता है। ना सिर्फ इतना, आज उसके पास डिजिटल दुनिया में इतने प्लेटफॉर्म अवेलेबल हैं जहां पर वो अपने टैलेंट को, अपनी लर्निंग को दुनिया के साथ शेयर कर सकता है। यूडेमी उनमें से एक है, टीचेबल उनमें से एक है, और जो नए बच्चे अभी एजुकेशन फील्ड से जुड़े हैं वो एक गोल्डन पीरियड में है इस टाइम एजुकेशन के। ये बड़ा ही एक ऐसा अवसर है जहां पर आप डिपेंड नहीं है कि आपको अगर नौकरी नहीं मिली तो आप कुछ नहीं कर पाएंगे। आज आपके पास आपका स्मार्टफोन आपके लिए सब कुछ है, आप अपनी टीचिंग लर्निंग को आप एनहेंस कर सकते हैं, उसको शेयर कर सकते हैं। तो टीचर के लिए बेनिफिट क्या हुआ कि बाउंड्रीज खत्म हो गई उसकी, चाहे वो उसकी बाउंड्रीज आप कहिए इनकम सोर्स से, चाहे बाउंड्रीज कहिए इम्पैक्ट पढ़ने से, सब खत्म कर दिया इस डिजिटल लर्निंग ने। दूसरा क्या हुआ इसमें, अगर बात करें स्टूडेंट के हिसाब से, तो स्टूडेंट को भी अब डिपेंड रहने की जरूरत नहीं है। स्टूडेंट के पास भी डिजिटल दुनिया में इतनी ज्यादा वेबसाइट आ गई है, यूट्यूब पर इतने अच्छे अच्छे कोर्सेज अवेलेबल हैं कि वो आराम से अपने घर बैठकर वो सारे काम कर सकता है जो शायद वो पहले आज से 5 साल पहले उसे लाइब्रेरी में बैठकर करने पड़ते थे। और सिंपल सी बात है कि आज ये लाइब्रेरी है, ये मेरा किंडल है, इसमें सब कुछ है, हजारों किताब इसमें है। आज से जो हमारे साथ सीनियर लोग जुड़े हैं, आप सोचकर देखिए 20 साल पहले अगर कोई किताब एक रिसर्च में, अगर पीएचडी में या कोई बीएड में किताब की जरूरत पड़ती थी तो भागना पड़ता था इस लाइब्रेरी से उस लाइब्रेरी तक, जेरोक्स करानी पड़ती थी, अवेलेबल होती थी, कई बार नहीं भी होती थी।
लेकिन आज आपके पास
एक सबसे बढ़िया डिजिटल दुनिया ने क्या दिया, आज आपकी लर्निंग को आप घर बैठ के क्वालिटी लर्निंग कर सकते हैं। मैं फ्री यूट्यूब वीडियोस की बात नहीं कर रहा, बहुत सी ऐसी वेबसाइट है जहां पर पेड प्रोग्राम भी आपके लिए अवेलेबल है, स्किल एनहांसमेंट के लिए अवेलेबल है। तो ये बेनिफिट हो गया स्टूडेंट को। इंस्टीट्यूशन को क्या बेनिफिट हुआ है कि आज वो भी डिपेंड नहीं है कि एक टीचर जो उनके साथ रहकर काम करता था वही काम करेगा, नहीं, अब वो एक्सपर्ट को जोड़ सकते हैं अपने साथ। वो एक्सपर्ट को भी ट्रेवल करने की जरूरत नहीं है, वो एक्सपर्ट अपने घर बैठकर सारे काम कर सकते हैं। उनके लिए वीडियो रिकॉर्ड की जा सकती है, उसे डाला जा सकता है एक पोर्टल पर जिस पर सारे बच्चे उसे देख सकते हैं। तो सबका एक तरह से विन विन सिचुएशन ये आ गई है। तो मैं बता रहा था जैसे हम गीता को में देखते हैं कि संजय ने बताया पूरा हाल युद्ध का, तो हम उसे पहले कल्पना मानते थे, यार ऐसे कैसे पॉसिबल है। फिर वो लाइव टेलीकास्ट आए मैच के, हमें लगने लगा यार जैसे लाइव टेलीकास्ट हो रहा है ये पॉसिबल हो सकता है। लेकिन अभी भी अगर 90s की जनरेशन जिसने 90s में एक तरह से अपना जीवन बिताया है, और इमेजिन करिए कि उसने 90s के बाद कहीं ऐसी जगह पर चला गया जिसने ये सब नहीं देखा, उसके लिए जादू है ये कि कैसे हम एक दूसरे को देख पा रहे हैं, बात कर पा रहे हैं। मैं अपना एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करूं तो हमराज एक मूवी आई थी, उसमें बॉबी देओल का कैरेक्टर था, वो अपनी दादी से बात करता है लैपटॉप पे। वो हमारे लिए बड़ा नया था, यार ऐसे कैसे पॉसिबल है। फोन पर बात तो ठीक है मान लिया था हमने, लेकिन ये कैसे पॉसिबल है, लेकिन ये हो गया। तो आने वाले 20 साल क्या होंगे शायद हम इमेजिन भी नहीं कर सकते। और इस पूरे प्रोसेस में, इस पूरे माहौल में जो हमारा काम है एज अ टीचर, एज अ लर्नर, वो क्या है कि हम अभी इसको क्रिटिसाइज करने के बजाय इसको कैसे फाइन ट्यून किया जा सकता है, सोल्यूशन ओरिएंटेड होकर इस पर काम करें, और बहुत सारे बेनिफिट हम इससे ले सकते हैं। डिजिटल लर्निंग में आपको जितने बेनिफिट शायद इस टाइम अवेलेबल है, पुराने टाइम में राजाओं के पास, महाराजाओं के पास भी ये मौका नहीं था जो आज आपके और मेरे पास है, एक सामान्य से व्यक्ति के पास है। अपना मैसेज आप तक पहुंचाने में मुझे क्या इन्वेस्टमेंट करनी पड़ी? कुछ भी नहीं। कितना समय लग रहा है, रियल टाइम में जा रहा है। पहले आप इमेजिन कीजिए, राजाओं के पास भी ये फैसिलिटीज नहीं थी। उन्हें भी एक किसी को भेजना पड़ता था, वो मैसेज लेकर जाता था, हफ्ते 10 दिन बाद वहां पहुंचता था, हफ्ते 10 दिन बाद इनके पास वापस पहुंचता था। तो हम इतने बढ़िया टाइम पीरियड में हैं कि हमारे पास वो सारी फैसिलिटीज हैं। हाँ, लेकिन जरूरत है माइंडफुल होने की, जरूरत है हमें इसको ध्यान से यूज करने की, क्योंकि ये सारी चीजें अपने साथ साथ कुछ बाय प्रोडक्ट भी लेकर आती है, जो अच्छे भी है, कुछ खराब भी होते हैं। तो मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि जैसे लिंग्याज ने इनिशिएटिव लिया है, लिंग्याज ग्रुप हमेशा ही इनिशिएटिव लेता है कुछ नया करने के लिए, तो वैसे ही आगे भी ऐसे इनिशिएटिव होते रहेंगे। और अभी आप सबको सुनने का मौका मिलेगा, कुछ नई सजेशन, कुछ नए विचार। और जैसा कि त्रिपाठी सर ने बड़ी अच्छी बात कही कि हमें चाहिए कि ये सारी चीजें हम संभाल कर रखें, क्योंकि पॉलिसी फ्रेमवर्क में यही सब चीजें काम आएगी। इनिशियल स्टेज पर जो हम झेल रहे हैं, देख रहे हैं, जो हम गेन कर रहे हैं, यही हमारा आगे जाकर फाउंडेशन बनेगी। तो मैं शुभकामनाएं देता हूं लिंग्याज ग्रुप को भी, और आप सबका अगेन धन्यवाद सुनने के लिए। और देखते हैं इसमें क्या निकल कर आता है और क्या इसके लिए हम बेस्ट कर सकते हैं। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
I now request our respected Additional Director Sir, Professor Dr. Pranav Mishra, to kindly propose the vote of thanks. Over to you, sir.
It's a great pleasure for me to present vote of thanks on behalf of LLTMS family on this occasion. Firstly, I would like to thank to our Chief Guest, Professor Sanjeev Mittal ji, who blessed us and enlightened us on this occasion. I am thankful to our keynote speaker, Professor Durgesh Tripathi ji, Ken Pandey ji, Dr. Sangeet, who has given his precious time and enlightened our research scholars and students on this day. I am also thankful to Director Sir, who has always motivated us to achieve inspires us to achieve new heights in the field of education. I am very thankful our Chairman Sir, Secretary Ma'am and Advisor Ma'am for inspiring to organize this event. I am very thankful to convener Dr. Mala Dikshit, who has put her lot of effort, and I heard that more than 90 papers has been received in this conference. I am also thankful to both the anchors and moderators, Nishan ji and Roni ma'am, who give this end to the inaugural session. Very thankful to technical team, all the HOTs, media, and all the staff who are involved to organize this conference. Thank you to all of you, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable words. Finally, we end the inaugural session with an important announcement for all our participants. Kindly join your respective technical sessions, which will be commencing at 12 noon. Thank you so much. Good luck for your technical sessions.
All the very best.